America, I'm going to try to do more videos between parenting my heap of kids and doing my own academic work, because this is a time of revolutionary challenge, and it's very important that the right quality of interpretation gets out into the world before the mainstream media tells you that there is no struggle to be had here. So we've been hearing a lot about defunding the police, and Minneapolis just succeeded in getting a veto-proof majority of people, of city council people, who would agree to pretty much disband their police department, not their public safety department, their police department. And there's a distinction between police and public safety. We have police departments because we kind of have a police fetish. We kind of throw police at problems in the same way that people who don't know how to cook throw salt at the problems. We throw police, right? We don't actually go through the internal logic and actually think through what's making people cause property crimes, because that's the quality of crimes that we just kind of throw police at, property crimes. So people with steady jobs, good mental health, and like without substance abuse are usually too busy to commit property crimes, right? And then there are those segment of the population who just like calling cops, or like the idea that they can call cops just on people who annoy them. Well, one, we can make fewer annoying people, right? So we have the cultural infrastructure and the education infrastructure so that people grow into adulthood such that they're less annoying or violent or whatever. And that would increase public safety by actually increasing the quality with which we churn out people, and as opposed to just policing people after we've churned them out broken. And then there are those people who just want to be able to call the cops on their significant others in a mood. And that's something we got to get over. We got to make better significant others and better relationships, and that would increase the quality of safety. We over prescribe police, and police aren't trained to do everything. Nobody's trained to do everything. I know ancient philosophy, and I read about concepts, and I read about political philosophy, and I read about freedom. I don't know everything. I can't fix a lot of things around my house. We expect police to know how to do everything, and they aren't trained to know how to do everything. They're actually not trained to do too much. So instead of just throwing police at the problem, we need that kind of a more robust understanding of the determinants of safety and the determinants of public safety. I think that's a healthy way to think about the discourse right now, and think about all of the ways in which we use police. We don't use police to persecute wage theft, right? We just do it for these property crimes. So there's a way in which we have a relationship with property that's not exactly holy, especially if the people committing the property crimes have enormous issues that we just ignore. Always see them as the criminal who perpetrated this property crime, or allegedly perpetrated this property crime. So that's already a kind of misvaluation of human action and human life that's reduced to just police action. But also, we're just not very savvy about thinking about the determinants of crime, and how crime actually emerges out of situations of unfreedom, and inequality put together, but mostly unfreedom and a lack of power. So if we can just kind of balance the power between democratize the access to a good job and a good life, you'll watch the crime go lower, because we've all known, some of you have at least been to places where there's very little crime, like entire countries where there's just people just don't commit crimes. Like the safety isn't criminalized the way we criminalize safety. It's just not the same kind of issue, because people have other ways of thinking about how to resolve conflicts in their life. And then also there are countries where wealthy people have to take helicopters from point A to point B because they can't go in the streets, and there are guards and inequality and crime, and they're kind of tied together. So if we're serious about public safety, we might need to think about inequality in a different way and what that means, and making sure people have access to power in a way that doesn't lead to criminal outlets, right? And then we're talking about drug crimes. So drug crimes, how many people are self-medicating for issues that we actually have social issues? That are social issues, and the anxieties that we produce in late modern society without giving people a way to create meaning in their lives, they end up medicating. So we throw the police at problems that the police shouldn't be thrown at. And making police departments smaller by defunding them, I think, will actually force us and actually invite us to think about the constituents in public safety that don't just always end in a cop. Thank you for your time, and I hope this has been helpful. Peace. If you appreciate the work I do every week and you think that I should continue to do it because I'm giving you the quality of political knowledge and insight that will help you not squander your life and kind of rescue meaning from it, then go ahead and go to www.funkyacademic.com and kick in $5, $15, or $50 a month, or make one enormous donations. I like the monthlies because it allows me to budget more, and that'll help me, with a marketing budget or getting better equipment that works all the time. Because in a lot of ways, freedom means having equipment that works every time you turn it on. And I want to be a free Negro. So if you like what I do, go to funkyacademic.com and contribute. Thanks often comes in the form of cash, and the site takes credit cards. America